Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right-hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a word and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as by Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started.
Okay, I think we made it. Are we live? Are we here? Hello, hello, hello. Guess Julie's a little chilly today. We have beautiful weather here where I am in Oklahoma. I believe the high is supposed to be 85 today, which I'm thankful for because it's been rather hot. How is everybody? I hope you are well. I hope you had a great week. I've been busy myself, and I don't know, it feels good to be able to sit down and craft with y'all. We're going to continue working on the Gothic Rose journal. So I'll show you a couple of things. Um, oh, dang it. I knew I forgot to print something. Let me see. I think my printer is loaded with cardstock. No, it won't be today because I don't have it all downloaded. So the Christmas kit is coming up. I will probably have a sneak peek next week for y'all. I've been waiting on getting everything on the website up to date. I had to do some work on the website. Beverly of Beeline Designs is on vacation and will be gone through almost Thanksgiving. I just noticed that some of this is coming up. So I have turned off the Beeline Designs rubber stamps in my shop. So if you go to my shop and you're noticing those aren't there, that is why. Because I knew she was going to be gone, I didn't want people waiting a month or more because it's going to be all of October and most of November that they will be gone. And so I didn't want you waiting a month to get her rubber stamps. And that was some work. So I've got to next work on getting all the subscription box stuff put together. Last week, I think I started showing you what my idea was for this cover, and I went ahead and just put it together. I've made a chipboard cover that's covered with fabric and has lace down the middle. And then this is a laser cut chipboard piece that I've painted with gold acrylic paint. And then my mom, before she died, made a bunch of little jewelry dangles, and I kind of took one apart because I didn't want some of it and I wanted more stuff with it. And so here's what I've done. I've added different charms. This is a little wing. There's some crystals. There's some red and black beads and crystals. There's a little ball. There's a little spider. There's a star and some more red and black, a little locked heart, a dragon. I don't know. I just thought it would be interesting for Halloween. Another little dangle that has stars on it. This is something my mom made. And then this is a little cameo, but it's got a skeleton, a man skeleton. And I've just clipped it on with a couple of garment pins or bulb pins. I don't know if y'all can see that. So this can be removed. This is some tulip bling here, and then I had some more bling, so I just kind of filled in around, and I've been gluing it down with some fabric tack, but sometimes it doesn't want to stay. So if you get it and you notice, see, there's a spot right there that's up, and you notice there's a spot lifting, well, grab your glue, hun, and glue it down, because that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to put a little pressure right there. Over here on the side, you'll see the little cameos. Well, I laser cut this frame, and I cut the background, and then I cut the little silhouettes, and those are 3 layers that I put together. I painted the center with ivory paint. I painted the outside of the frame black, and then I did some gold, kind of brushed it on, and then I had some little pearls that I put on there. You like that fabric? This was from a dress that I made, one of my bridesmaid wedding gown alteration making days. On the inside, I did make this a Midori style because I am making 3 journal inserts, so there are 4 bands, and I left this long so you can untie it and tighten it back up if you need to. I did use a couple of the pockets that come in Norella's kit. I happened to grab a digital that I had laying around of some of Norella's witches, and I thought, well, these would be kind of fun because they're more of the sepia, black, and beige colors, and I added a red card that I made to go here. And over here, in case you want to take off that charm, my mom had this ball chain. And what's neat about ball chains, if you did not know that, if you don't want it to be super long, you want it shorter, you can take a pair of scissors and snip that and make it shorter. So when you wear it, it be at the right length that you want. Oh, thank you, Margie, so much for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, remember, when you make a donation, you're actually getting a membership on my website at lindaisrael.com. So if you haven't already, after you make your donation, make sure you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, create a user account, and then send me a message that says, hey, Linda, I donated during the live. And then what I'll do is get you added to the YouTube Donator membership, which gives you some free digital downloads and a discount on items in my shop. And during the live that you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I'm doing at the end. Okay, so there we go. The fourth band can have a handmade pocket folder thingy on. Oh, there you go. So there's another idea. So we kind of left off last week where I had done some white embossing on these pages. I was going through all of the leftover bits that I had, and I noticed I had these little pocket pieces, and I don't have a journal card yet for them. So I think that's what we'll do here at the start, is I will put these, I don't know, do I want to put them in the middle? Or do we want to put them at the bottom? I see some red cardstock here. 1, 2, 3. I have a couple of pieces. So what if we were to fold this in lengthwise? Oh, and guess what? I found a bone folder. I now have 2. I know I have 3 more somewhere. But I found one of my bone folders. Okay, I think this would fit for sure in this pocket. It may be a little snug, but we'll see. I may have to, no, it'll fit. It's a little snug, but it'll fit. And then what if we did the same with the others? So I found my bone folder. I was happy that I found one of them. I was digging around, and actually it was where it was supposed to be, but it was just kind of buried with some other supplies. Hey, Rhonda, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm thinking something like adding these in here, so we'll have some additional writing space, and that pop of red kind of comes out. So let's move these out of the way for a moment. And I think what I'm going to do, since I haven't glued this down yet, is I'm going to refold the back to give us a little bit more space for my journal card. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. So the, I guess, what is it? The forgiveness of paper, you can sometimes refold it without too much of a problem. Okay. All right, so I think that's what I'm going to do. These are some of Norella's little sayings. They're fairly new that she has her little Gothic sayings, so I thought, well, I'll just glue those on the front here. So I'm going to use these little tabs and add a little glue on each one. So how is everybody? I hope you're well. So, had to do the dishes, did you? So you could have your Dawn dish hands. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, and thank you for supporting me on my live stream. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Linda, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The next subscription kit, the last one for 2022, will be Christmas Wishes, and it will have some little gnomes in it and other Christmas elements, like a Christmas fireplace scene that I thought was really pretty. Norella's done a beautiful job on it. I have to get the kit contents put together. I've been digging around in my supplies. Paper has gone up, so I'm trying to find some good value items to add to the kit. What is your favorite thing to get in the subscription box? I'd love to know that. What is it? What is it you love? Okay, so I'm going to grab some distress inks. I've got walnut stain and a little blending tool. I'm about due to buy some more of these little foam pieces. So let's add some distress ink. This is cardstock that I folded in half. In fact, it was the leftovers of some cards that I made to go in these journals. This journal will have 3 signatures, and I believe technically there are 10 folded pieces of paper per a signature. So if you take 4 times 10, because you get 4 pages out of a sheet of folded paper, that's 40 pages times 3. Do the math with me, y'all. So that makes it 120 pages that are in this. I hope so too, Julie. I hope that it's not delayed due to shipping reasons. My goal is to ship it out by November the 15th. Depends on if I can get the Tattered Angels in time. So hopefully, you know, you'll have the rest of November for it to get to you, and well into December, you'll have plenty of time to make your journal out of it. Hey, Jennifer and Robin and Julie and Terry, and I saw Giovanna was here. Hello, Giovanna. How are y'all? Hope you are well. Thank you, Rhonda, for your donation, and Linda, as well as Margie. Wow, you're amazing. She donated $40, y'all. I greatly appreciate it. What have y'all been working on this week? Have you been doing anything fun? Okay, so I've got these. I'm going to set these over here for a second. So if this is going to go in here, what can we put up there? Oh, let's see. How about this skull? That might look kind of neat in the center there, wouldn't it? Let's do that with some black ink. See if my block is big enough. Stick that on there. Well, but you're able to get it done because now you have all those kits. I hope you've been working on them. All right, I'm going to go right here and stamp that. This is a skull and web, I think it's called. What is it? Skull with webs. That looks kind of cool sticking out there, doesn't it? Yeah, you'll be adding it. Oh, let's switch it up a little bit. So I did the skull with web. And how about, oh yeah, let's do this creepy little frog skeleton. I'll put that on the next one. Right here at the top. How's that? Then that'll go in here. Like that. That's kind of cool, isn't it? And then we need one more, so let's switch it up yet again. I've got this black cat. I need a bigger block. I need a bigger block. Okay, I can't get my hand under it. Really? Okay, this one should fit. Okay. I think that'll fit right up there, so let's do that. I'm about due to redo my nails. I did them for Halloween for y'all. Oh, there we go. That looks cute with the little black cat. Like this. How's that? So this was some fabric that I glued first to a strip of paper. You can see it there. And then I stitched on top of that paper, and then I could glue that whole unit to my page. So if you're working in a ready-made journal and you want to know a way to add little ruffles like that, just sew it to a scrap of paper and then glue it in to your journal page. All right, so what do we want to put on this side, I happen to have the phrase Happy Halloween, and we could stamp that and emboss it with white ink, kind of like we did last week. So let me get my Versamark, and I've got some white embossing powder. I'll grab a little scrap of book page I can use. All right. All right, so I'm going to take this and pounce it onto a Versamark or an embossing pad. This is my one that I don't care what color it's going to be because I know whatever color I'm embossing will cover it up. So I'm just going to stamp that right here in the middle. And you want firm, even pressure. You don't want to rock your stamp, but you don't want to push so hard on these laser stamps that you'll end up with a ring or spots that you don't want, okay? Yeah, so it's a lot easier, Sandra, if you need to add to a, hey, Connie, a ruffle to a page, but you don't want to take your whole page to the sewing machine. Well, try just adding it to a scrap of paper. All right, so I'm going to let that set for just a moment and stamp the others. So we'll do each one. Oh, he did. Oh, well, that's only because one person won that time. That's why he left you out. Maybe he thinks you've won too much, Julie. Or you missed it, because that's happened before too. I've noticed that some people entered late. All right, so we got that one. Let's do this one more time. All right, we'll stamp that right here. Close this, put it away, sprinkle. All right. Oh, the boss. Yeah, the boss. He left you out of the boss. Oh, dear. All right, we'll close this up. Put that away. And I do recommend that you clean your stamp. So I will grab my thieves cleaner, kind of rub that on there. And then I'll grab a towel and just wipe that off. I don't worry about the black ink because it's permanent. So once it dries, it's there. Now, if you want to get very meticulous and I dare say a little bit anal, you can remove that black ink off your stamps, but it's a tool. I don't worry about it, okay? All right, so let's heat emboss this. So I'm just going to take my heat tool, pick these up off the desk because my mat isn't heat resistant. I have been still looking for a mat that is heat resistant and also that I can cut on that isn't reflective, because a lot of people are using those glass mats. Well, they reflect light and I don't want that. So I'm still on the hunt for something that's perfect. This works for now. All right, so I got that top one. Whenever you're doing embossing, the key is to look at the embossing powder and watch to see if it is changing. You want it to, in most cases, the embossing powder will turn shiny, unless of course you're using the distressed embossing powders by Tim Holtz and Ranger Ink. So it should start changing. It should become glossy. It shouldn't have a granular look to it. I think this one I didn't have enough powder on it, but I think it'll be fine. It'll give us that grungy look, okay? Yeah, sometimes it does split. That is true. All right, so this is one of the pages that is made for the journal. It's got a little pocket here with a tall, skinny note place that you can add. On the inside, we've got this little skeleton and a spider web. I didn't find my white pen. Let me look again. Oh, maybe this one will work. I don't know. We'll test it on a scrap here. I used to have more, but I think a lot of them dry out. So that was just a galaxy. So let's grab, I've got a little scrap of paper here. So let's see, what is this one? This is the galaxy, and that's just sparkles. Oops, it's just sparkles. This is the galaxy, sorry. And that one appears to be dried out, so it'll go in the trash. Let's see. Oh, that one's very bold. This is a Sharpie white pen. Let's see if we want this one. Gotta get it started. Let's see if it's gonna work. It may be dried out too. That's the only bad thing about these pens. You have to use them or they just dry out. And I think that's what's happened here because nothing is coming out. Okay, that goes in the trash. And then this is a Recollections. And that one appears to be dried out as well. So I guess this is it. This is our choice. So I'm just going to put a light little line coming down. Do it again. Okay. Well, we know those work. I used them once. And then there's the back side. All right, so we got this one finished. So we'll get rid of that. Hey! Oh, I hope she had a good... Oh, no. I hope she's okay. All righty, so we got that page done. I'm going to set this over here. All right, what's going on here? All right, so last week we made, or I showed you how I made this page. Don't need this. So last week I showed you this journal page where I had taken one of the printed kits and then sandwiched it with a scrapbook paper. And then here I've made a big pocket, but this has magnets in it. I don't know if you can kind of hear that click. Oh, you might hear it this way. If I get it closer to the microphone. And then I've grabbed a few things that I thought would look good on the inside. And one of those is this red piece of paper. So this is some red text weight paper that I happened to buy, and like I said, cost of paper has gone way up. This is doubled in price from the last time that I bought some paper. And I'm going to rip it. So I'm just going to go right here and rip pretty much a good size frame because I don't want this to be super big. Now, if you don't have red paper, you could always dye some paper, use some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist to spray it, use a Distress Oxide. Hey, Sherry, thank you for your donation. And rub it all over the page. Use, what is that stuff? Kool-Aid, some red cherry Kool-Aid. It'll be kind of pinkish color. I think right about there. Okay, and let's do that again on this one. Okay, so I got a few little scraps. I'm not going to save these. You can if you want. All right, so now what I'm going to do is take some black soot, Distress ink. Okay, I want to change that a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'm going to lay it on here. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to lay that on top of here. And I've got the small diamond stencil. I'm going to grab some black soot on my blending brush here, those oval blending brushes. I used my little label maker to indicate what color it was for, like you couldn't tell if you looked at it. But it comes in handy when you have some of the colors are similar and you want to make sure not to cross-contaminate. Or you could always wash them out and use them. I found that I like having one for each color. I'm just kind of rubbing back and forth, and then the big reveal, we got a little bit of some diamond pattern there. Put this over here. Since I've got the black soot out, I'm going to grab my distress tool for my black, and let's do that. Oh, there you go. You can glimmer spray with red, if for sure, or other colors. Awesome. All right, so I'm just going around the edges here. So it kind of gives us that distressed look. Okay, put that away. Grab my ink. And the next thing that I want to do is I've got the Corner Roses stamp. So I'm going to take this, make sure I've inked it up really well. And make sure you kind of move your stamp across your pad a couple of times, okay? You like the diamond effect? And then I'm going to go in this corner and just press that down. So we got a little Corner Roses. And I'll do it again over here. Like that. All right, set this aside. I have the cross grave marker, so it's got a little cross on there. So again, I'm going to stamp this a few times back and forth, and then press that. Oh, I did it backwards. Let's do this. That's what I meant to do. Okay. I was looking at the one I made, so I wanted to make it opposite. That this would be opposite of that. All right, so there's the cross grave marker. And then this is the big-headed cat. I didn't know what else to call it. So it's a cat silhouette, but it had a big head, so in a little skinny body. And let's stamp it over here. Get rid of this. Okay. So we got those stamped and ready to go. So let's put the stamps back where they belong. And these are all stamps that I have in my shop. All right, so now I'm looking at this page, and I cut or punched a tab. Now, you know, there are tab templates. You can make your own tab, whatever you want to do. In my case, I want to cut this in half. So I'm just going to take my scissors and snip it right down the middle. Then I'm going to glue this on my page, lining it up. So I'm just going to use my fingers to kind of pop this open so I know where the magnet is, and kind of line that up in the middle. Press that into place. Okay. I don't want it to glue this shut on the inside, and I didn't want to fold over because then it would interfere with the magnets. They wouldn't click together. So I'm going to do that again on the other side. Okay, let's open this up. Okay, and then again, there's my magnet. So I'm just going to kind of line it up with that edge and press it into place. Oh yes, I do have an RIP gravestone. I have that one right there. RIP. Yep. And the coffin and the haunted house and the gargoyle. All right, so now I want to make sure I have this right side up, and I do. And this guy's going to go on this side, and this guy's going to go on that side. So I'm just going to glue these into place. So we'll come around, glue this down, kind of doing this in stages, if you will. So I've got this layer. I didn't want to cover up that black pattern paper too much, but I thought this would then give us some additional writing space that you want to see. Or you could place a photo on top of this. There's lots of options that could be done. All right, so then I got, all right, we want to add a little bit more embellishment because I thought this was rather plain looking. So I have a little bit of some black thread. My bobbin didn't make correctly when I was adding thread to my bobbin, so I had to pull it off because it was just way wonky and I knew it wouldn't work. So I saved it. I just kind of made little nests with it. So I'm just going to lay that right there. And then I had some Prima flowers and some other paper flowers. So I'm just going to glue that right on top. What do you think? That kind of gives it a little extra something. And let's do that over here as well. Just kind of making a little nest. So it's a good way to use up old thread that maybe is too brittle to go in your sewing machine. I have a little bin. I'll even show it to you. I have a little bin that I put threads and fiber. These are falling out of it, and I've got spools of thread that when I put them on my sewing machine they kept breaking, so I just pop it in there, and then I've got something that I can piddle with when I want to add a little weird texture. All right, so that's going to go right here. Okay, press those down. Norella also had these sayings, like dictionary words, I guess you wouldn't call that, on little signs. And I thought those would look kind of neat at the top of the page here. Just giving us lots of layers and embellishment on the page. And I'm okay with covering up the roses. I just wanted that as a background. Okay. All right, so we got that part. Let this dry a little bit, set that aside. Now, I had journal cards in here. I just basically took a bunch of cardstock that I had in my stash and cut it. I've already distressed the edges. Then I took Norella's pages from her kit, Gothic Rose, and I printed the pages, which would normally be, you know, a 8.5 by 11-inch page, and I printed them as 5 by 7 images, and then I cut them apart, and then I've made these little pockets. I had some cardstock, I stitched this on there, I've added some tabs. So what I'll do is take these and fold them. I use old book pages a lot for this technique because if you want to put a journal card behind there, sometimes you want it to be pretty large, and if you have some gussets to your pocket, then you'll be able to get that to fit in there, as long as it's at least narrower than the top portion. Okay. Then I took from the small journal quartet, and I stamped the word journal on some strip of scrap paper, and then I took a piece of black and then had some of that red fabric that was from the cover, and I thought, because I've done it before, it would look really good right here in this corner. So I'm just going to put glue kind of at the top portion and then slide this into place. So it's just kind of hanging off just a little bit. And then I stamped the word creepy inside the little label and cut that out, and then put it on some burgundy fabric or red fabric. And I put too much glue up there, but that's okay. We'll just put it right about there. Press that into place. And let's do that one more time. I've got another one that we're going to put on this side. Just add a little bit of glue here. Or it's just hanging off, and then do it at the top. I've been fighting a headache for allergies. Our allergies have gone, the allergens, I guess you could say. I think it's like ragweed and something else, tree pollen. It's been horrible. I had a headache all day yesterday. I even took a nap in the middle of the day. Henry had a headache. It's like, oh, it's so much. I'll be glad when the cool snap gets here and kills off that pollen that's going so crazy right now. All right, so now I'm just grabbing some glue, and we're going to glue this in the center of this journal card, which is about, what is it? I think it's 5 by 7.5. And I just used some scrapbook cardstock that I had. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. I don't like it. I do not like it. Okay, what's going on? Okay, yeah. She has to get, we have to go mail some stuff. We're behind on mailing stuff. I need to get some addresses to Robin and take her to the post office this week. And then I've got some stuff that I need to mail. Sometimes I do get the change of season allergies because whatever new thingy blows in, you know, we have high winds in Oklahoma since we're central in the United States. We get a lot of things that blow from the north, from as far as Canada. And then we get a lot of things that come up from Mexico into Oklahoma when the winds change. So it's constant. One of these days I'm going to move out of Oklahoma. All right. So now I made this little decoration. I'm going to leave the inside blank. You can add your own touches to it. You could add just journaling. And then when you pick up this little tab here, it'll pop right into this little pocket. What do you think? Okay, so that'll close up. You can't even tell it's there. It makes the page feel very sturdy when doing this. Just adding that, oh, I can't get it open. Adding this other journal card to the inside of it. All right, so I added some bling to the page. See there? We've got lots of stamping. We've got a little bit of the fiber of the threads. And then on this side we had another strip. Again, this was put onto another piece of paper and glued down so that I could put the magnets in here so that this will go back shut and keep our little journal inside. Close that. Yeah, it makes your eyes feel icky and gritty. Yeah, it's no fun. It's no fun at all. And you just hear my throat go froggy just there for a second. I'm going to wash my hands just a little bit. Okay. I think now I'm at a point that I need to go back and look at all my journal pages. I think we need to decorate, so that looks good with the little tab sticking out, some of the journal cards. Okay, so we got that one. Let's do a recap and look at all of them. All right, so I designed that. I like it. This is our red and black. This was a grocery sack that I glued some lace to a piece of book page and then glued it down on top and stamped "Feeling Witchy." And then on the inside, I did the cauldron and one of my chipboard pieces I glued down here. And this is the pumpkin, what is it called? Pumpkin patch. That's what this is. And over here I did spooky, which has a little spider on it. So these are all the same. Oh, I happened to find some red vellum in my stash, and I wanted it to go over this page so that when you come to it in the journal and you flip it, you'll see the muted color. I don't think it needs anything additional on it. You could glue things to this, but I'm going to leave it. And then what I did was I printed one of, these are Halloween texts by Calico Collage. So she has these book pages that she's made into journal pages. And then I had this punch, which is from Martha Stewart. Yes, Martha Stewart. That kind of looks like a little cathedral window, I guess, kind of looking. And I just punched it on some red cardstock and glued it down the sides. I used the skull with spider webs, and then this is the casket on the side. So I got those three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm just kind of looking to see how I'm going to want to also put this together. Oh, so this was kind of fun. I had some textured paper. Can you see that texture in there? These are a page from the kit that I printed on cardstock, and then I turned it into pockets. This was a leftover paper sack that I had, so I just stamped October 31st, and this is also a text spot. I haven't put anything in there yet, so we may do that here in just a moment. Back here, I had some red cardstock, and this was so annoying. I just started cutting it. I didn't look at it. Well, it had a header that told you who it was made by and like a barcode. And I cut them all down thinking these are too long. And I cut off the wrong side. So I still had that header information. So I took a piece of book page and one of Norella's words in the kit and glued it on there so we could have that pop of red. I like the different shades of red. This is from Norella's like Polaroid Gothic pictures that she has. I thought those were kind of fun. And then on this side, I hope you really like this side. All right, so this side, I've done it 3 different times, but I did a different page underneath. So this is like tulle that has glittery spider webs. And then this is some of Norella's background paper. This was a piece of this that I had left over, so I just made a little pocket. And then this is one of Norella's journal cards. And then this is also a tuck spot there. And then over here, I had 4. Oh, thank you, Janice, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I took one of Norella's witches and again made it on a little card and put that over here. And this is also a tuck spot. So let's see here. We need something to go in our tuck spots here. So let's look to see. I've got some more of this red paper. I wonder if I could get 3 little journal cards out of that. So this is 11 inches. If I cut it at 3 inches, that'll give us a nice little journal card. So 1, 2, 3. They're not 3 inches square, but they're something, right? What else do I have here? All of a sudden I got hot. It got hot in here. Oh, I have to show y'all a gift I got. I'll do that in a little bit. Okay. So let's round the corners. So I'm just going to line these all up as best I can, since they should be the same size. And grab my crocodile and round the corners. Yeah, that was tulle fabric. It's tulle fabric or tulle lace that has glitter in it. And what I did was I took the best glue ever. Find my bottle, and there it is. The best glue ever. And I made little dots across the page, okay? I let that air dry. Then I came back and I just stuck the tulle down, and then I stitched all the way around to hold it into place at the top. I cut it a little bit shorter, so it's 5 inches by 8 inches, so that it wouldn't get caught in the stitches down here at the bottom, but it gives you this nice little flip. All right, so let's add some distressings. I like the black on the red, so let's do that. So I'm just going to stack these together and work on them as one unit. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. Y'all enter the raffle if you haven't already. Hey, Cricket. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Rhonda. I greatly appreciate y'all donating. Hey, and if you have to leave before the end, do let us know. Speak up in the chat that you have to go so that we can have somebody sign in the last raffle as a proxy for you. I know sometimes y'all have to leave because you have to go cook dinner or go pick up a kid or whatever those things are that you have to do. All right, so I'm just kind of flipping these. All right, let's do this one. This one needs a little bit. I got them rotated, so cooperate, will you? There we go. Oh, yeah, you can use the tool of Christmas. Exactly. Oh, the page before? I don't know. Oh, that was the red, this page right here. This is vellum, and this was paper punched. Is that the right one? The black on black page, that is fabric. And then this is one of Norella's little pockets. And then here I stamped with embossing powder. Okay, I got all those. All right, so let's do the raffle here in just a moment. I'm thinking maybe put that right there. So what could we put on here? How about, I haven't used this stamp yet, and it's just this skull, crossbone skull. Couldn't get my words out. Crossbone skull. Maybe in the corner. So we'll do that. Stamp that in the corner. I think that'll look good right there. Something different. Do that again. Little skull. All right, put that back where it belongs. Back where you belong. And then we'll put, so this is just the same thing, but I had a different pattern underneath. And I did the same thing here, but this was the spider web paper that Norella has in her kit. All right, so I did that side. So I need 2 more little journal cards of some kind to go here and here. So let's see what else I can find to make into journal cards. All right, let's do the raffle for 200 junk bucks. Ugh, I got hot. I may have to go get a hair clippy. All right. Where is it? Let's pick a winner of the 200 junk bucks. Look at that boss fight. Y'all did pretty good. Oh, yeah. Bonbons would be cute. The little tool off of there is awesome. Giveaway. All right. So let's pick a winner. The winner of 200 junk bucks is Sandra. Congratulations, Sandra. All right. Let's do this and go. All right, so I've got a little envelope here of some Halloween goodies. I was just kind of digging around in my stash and, whoop, Sorry, Hercules. You okay, buddy? It's okay. I got it. I got it. It's okay. I had something on my desk and it fell off. All right, so I was tearing apart a dictionary, and I saw these masks, and I thought those might be fun for somebody. So I kind of folded it so you could still use. Oh, hey, Barb. Thank you so much. You could still use the name of the mask. And then someone gave me this sugar skull, but I thought it would be kind of fun for somebody just to have a random selection. And then I had these skull stickers, which apparently I used one out of the package. And then I had these, I think they're Tim Holtz stickers. And I had a sheet that I hadn't used any off of them, so I thought I would put that in there. Then I had these old punch cards that where I used to work, we had many years ago, they had a punch machine, and so they were throwing these cards away, so I asked them if I could have it. This was a leftover bit that I had of one of Norella's images that I sewed to a piece of black cardstock I thought you could use. And then I had some more of Norella's images from past kits. This was cut on my Cricut or my Silhouette. It's just cardstock. I have this that says RIP, which is another little cardstock piece. And then here's a large skull and crossbones. And then I had these tags. They're kind of the red or green and yellow. And then I had these little stickers that have bats and moons. And I thought, well, that'll be a good little de-stash from myself to give to someone else that could use it in a journal. Okay, so what were we doing? We need to make a journal card or two. And I want it to go here. I've got this cardstock. I don't want it to be super big. I want it to stay kind of small. So I'm just kind of looking here. I think what we can do is take one of these and cut it. I'm going to cut it at 2.5 inches. Wait, let's see how wide this is. This is 4.5 inches. So if I did this at 2.5, I could fold it in half, right? Or do I want to go 2 3/4? Let's do that. And then if I fold this in half, it looks like a little booklet. How's that? All right, so we did that at 2 3/4. I need to do that one more time. 2 3/4 and 2 3/4. Oh, hey, Norella, welcome. Welcome. So good to see you here. I'm doing all right. How about you? I'm just sitting here making a journal. All right, so I'm going to fold this. Thank you, Terry, for your donation. Thank you. All right, fold that and one more. Got Halloween. I'm loving this Gothic kit, or kits actually. All right, so we got those. So let's put some distress inks, especially on the inside, but around those edges just a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to open this up and okay. And then if I put that right here, so it just has a little booklet, especially since that paper was used in another spot in the journal. Hey, Amanda, welcome. Yeah, it's a pretty kit. So this was tulle that has spider webs on it. And then I used Norella's page from the Gothic Rose kit in the background, one of her witches ephemera. And then she had these new Gothic phrases, or little Gothic cards that I use. And I had some textured scrapbook paper, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, because I haven't bought any in a while. I would go to Tuesday morning and look at their scrapbook selection of papers, and I would pick up pads or packages that had papers that I thought would be kind of fun, and this was one of them. All right, so I'm going to put that right here. And let's do that again right here. Like so. All right, so we just have a spot here that we could put a journal card in, or we could leave it for now. And I think, you know, I'm going to leave that one. I made a chai tea latte this morning. It's pretty yummy. Pretty yummy, 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 yummy. All right. Well, thank you, Robin, for your donation. Thank you, thank you. All right, so we got this page, this page. I'm thinking maybe this page will go here because it sure is fluffy. I had some notebook paper, the composition notebook paper, and that's what we did last week, is I added the stars and did some stamping and added some embellishments on those pages. So I got 3 of those. I'm going to put that right here. Put that right there. Kind of seeing how this is coming together. I may want to separate these blacks a little bit. And I'm coming in next with, this is scrapbook paper, and again I used the fabric on a piece of scrap paper and then stitched it and then glued it down. This is one of my chipboard pieces that I glued on top here after I painted it with red and black paint. On the inside of this one we stenciled with the damask stencil, used one of Norella's images here, and then I had some red paper that I stamped the gargoyle. Down here is the corner roses, and this time I had some different type of tulle that kind of looks like gold webbing. I don't know, it's just kind of weird texture to it. I thought it would be kind of fun to put it behind there. And then over here I had a scrap of Norella's ledger paper that I glued to a piece of black cardstock and then stamped the little frog skeleton. And then this is one of Norella's fussy cut images from her kit. So close that, and then here it is again, but did different stamping and or embellishments on the inside. And then here's another one. I didn't show the other side of those. And then this one we added, oh yeah, this was some ribbon that I had in my stash that I just used on here. All right, I think this can go here. What else? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. I think I'm looking at this. I think I want to put this red here. Oh, I didn't show you. So this was just copy paper that I stamped and added some little ephemera pieces that I made or printed from Norella's kits. And then I think this is going to be my center. Okay. Oh, thank you, Norella. So this was a collaged page that I made. Thank you, Sandra, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get it. I made a latte and also made some tea. I want to make sure I have lots to drink. I have water. Thank you, Sandra, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The dancing sheep. All right. Ledger paper, Gothic rose, scrapbook paper, Gothic rose, one of Norella's little dictionary, scrapbook paper. This was a gel print that I made where it's some red and black. This is a chipboard piece that I put on here. I added a little tab here and here, and then we've got a pocket over there. And then inside we have these journal cards that are plain, and I have 6 of those. I think we have time that I want to fix all of these up. So I'll show you each one of these. There's the next one. So it's a little different. It had a pocket up here, did some collaging on this one. This is another chipboard piece here. And I added this paper clip because I kept moving this journal around and this little mini piece was falling out. And then here is the next one that has a pocket on this side. And I just added, this is an envelope, one of Norella's, and this was torn. So that's what he did last week. So what we need to do is I need to pull these out and put something on them. I think I have enough here. Yep, there's that one. Okay. Pull this one apart. That one. And let's get this one. There we go. All right. I'm going to move these out of the way for a moment. I got all these ready. I just haven't glued them in yet. So let's do that real fast. Thank you so much, Sherry, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so that's going to go there. I think I've got this pretty much figured out what I'm going to do. All right, so I've got these guys. Get them all going in the right direction. And they're going to go back inside here. I think we need to add some distress inks to them real fast. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I'm not a big Halloween person either, but I was trying to make this just a little bit different. That wasn't quite so over the top, you know, gory, but it was interesting and not too creepy. Yes, there are some spiders in here. So I try not to make the spiders stand out too much for those of you that have spider phobias. I was trying to make it a little bit fun using all the different textures of paper, the fabrics. I was very fortunate that I was part of the quilting guild for a while, and they would get together and sell their scraps. They're like 50 cents in a little Ziploc bag. And so I would pick up little strips of fabric every once in a while because they had cut it off to make the binding for their quilt, or they were making strip quilt blocks. And so they had cut a bunch of strips, or this was the salvage that was left over. So it's been kind of fun to be able to use some of those pieces that belong to somebody else. Thank you, Barb. Yes, exactly. Spiders are your friend. Don't be too afraid of them. Although Henry says they're of the devil, they're of Satan, and they all jump and bite. Henry does not like spiders. I'm usually the one that has to deal with a spider. He'll do it. He'll act all macho about it. But I know inside he's screaming his head off, going, no, no, get away, get away, get away. Okay, got it. I didn't make little sayings this time. So let's see. I think I'll go ahead and just glue these down. And if we end up with an idea for adding a word to it, we can do that. This is going to go a lot faster today because I did do a lot of work. Did a little bit of work yesterday getting it all prepped and trying to make a decision of what I was going to do for today. I need to come up with an idea for the challenge for October. I haven't recorded a video yet because I'm still trying to decide what I want to do. It's like, what do I have time for? We didn't have very many participate last month, so I hope that once it does post, that make an item that kind of matches the concept. It doesn't have to be the same theme. It can be any color or theme that you want whenever I make one of my challenges. Just make a thingy that kind of resembles the concept of what I shared, and then take a picture of it and share it in the Facebook event inside the group. Yep, as long as they stay outside, you leave them alone. There you go. Don't like them inside. I understand. We got to have the spiders. We got to have all these other bugs. We keep spraying for bugs, and we're killing off all of our pollinators. So I don't spray for bugs unless I have a problem like immediate that's coming into my house. If they're outside, I don't worry about it. The only thing we've had sprayed for was mosquitoes, and we didn't have to spray this year. Last year we did for mosquitoes, and we use essential oils, so it's not going to kill the other beneficial critters. It just kind of gets rid of the mosquitoes right next to you. I think that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oh, gotcha, Cricket. Well, I understand. You can get Facebook. It's not, you don't have to stay on it. Don't let it rule your world. Oh, thank you, Norella. Norella likes my journal. She wants a chance. Again, remind us if you have to leave before the raffle. That way we can have somebody fill in for you as a proxy. Okay, so there's that one. Let's do this one. I wanted to add just a little bit more color, but I thought it was kind of fun to use these rich golds, these metallics, with the blacks and red. Yeah, spiders are a fixture. They're always there, aren't they? They come in, don't they? Hey, Beverly, welcome. Exactly, what is the purpose of a mosquito? They are food for dragonflies and hummingbirds. That's what they're for. They're food. And I think their larvae does something in water because they can live a little while in water, just like the larvae of a dragonfly lives in water. They can live in water for up to 2 years before they turn into a dragonfly. They're food. Yeah, bird food. Yep, bird food. Okay, put that right here. All right. I think this one is pretty enough that it doesn't need additional embellishment on there. So we're just going to go in here, make 2 piles here. I'm going to pop one of these here. And we'll pop this one on the other side, like so. Okay, then we'll do the next one. We have a bat decline here. Well, I think bats eat the mosquitoes too, don't they? Yeah, and the spiders may eat mosquitoes too, because I know that when they set up nets, they prefer flies and they'll get crickets. We had a horrible case of grasshoppers this year, and I didn't spray for them, but if a grasshopper lands near my feet, it gets stepped on. I'm like that, Okay, and then let's put this one right here. I think what we're going to do next is I'm going to put the journal together, and then we'll flip through it again to see if there's something missing that I need to put in. So do I want that to be my first page, second page, third page? This will be the center. We're going to put this one here. That one there. I got this one. That'll go here. I think I'm going to swap this red with this one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so this is the covers. Yes, it's going to be 3 signatures. Oh, you haven't seen the cover, Norella. So this is the outer cover that I made. And I didn't even measure the spine, honestly. It was whatever my scrap of cardstock and chipboard was. It's about 2.5-inch spine. And then I've added the lace and the bling, and it's going to be 120 pages. Yeah, it'll be 3 signatures. So this is my inside signature cover that I made. This was some velvet paper, textured paper that I had in my stash. One of Norella's images. Last week, I stamped across the top here, which reminds me, I need to tell y'all again, Beverly with Beeline Designs is on vacation. So all of her stamps are pretty much turned off in my shop as no, they're not there. They don't show up because I have it set on my shop that if stock is 0, it doesn't show up. I am going to be going in and updating because I did find some stamps that I already had that are packaged, brand new, ready to go. So I'll add those back in. So that is why if you don't see your Norella, if you don't see Beverly's Beeline Design. So I added a little bat on top of the lace. I thought that would be kind of fun. Put that back in here. And then on the inside, I used the same paper and cut it to make a secondary pocket on the inside. And then I had this piece left over, so I used some of my chipboard pieces. And this is actually a metallic white, but it turned more silver, and I thought it looked really cool on there. And then this I backed with some notebook paper, so you can write on the back. This is one of Norella's images. Another chipboard piece here. Another journal card. In this envelope, I had some leftover journal cards and bits that I thought, well, this will be good. I can put them all in this envelope in the back of each of the signature journals so that if you wanted to, you could take them out, you can move them around in your journal, you put them somewhere else, give them away, whatever you want to do. I did not decorate the envelope, so if we have time and we want to go back and do that, we can. So that's one of them. And then I have 2 more that I did basically the same thing, just did different color schemes on each one. All right, so I want to move this out of the way. So we're going to grab our first page, and I think I want to put that as the first thing you see when you open the journal. And then we'll put this one. And we'll do the paper sack, the red paper, the textured scrapbook paper with the gold tulle. Now, do we want to change this? I'm thinking maybe I wasn't going to, but I think now I want to put that red. I think the red looks better next to that, so we're going to swap it around. And we're going to put the notebook paper here. And then one of the scrapbook papers. This is going to be fluffy. And then this will go here. So that's one signature. Look how fluffy that is. I'm going to set that aside. All right, grab the next one. Okay. Okay, and then the brown and the red. You don't do Halloween? You really love this? Oh, thank you, Barb. I'm glad you do. Thank you so much. I'm not a big Halloween person. It's not something that I've really done. I would dress up at work when I worked in the corporate world for Halloween, and that was pretty much it. Occasionally, we might go to a Halloween dress-up party, but it was very rare because we're not big party people in that we don't go out to parties to drink and carouse. So we didn't go. You know, there may be parties, but we just didn't go to them because that wasn't our thing. Okay, set that one there. And then grab the next one. Okay. Lots of embellishments in this one. Whoop, whoop, got 2,000. Yeah! Just a hint of Halloween. I agree, Norella. Just a hint of Halloween. And then this is one of your book pages, but I put the red vellum over the top of it. So it just kind of gives it a neat little texture. And then this was a different scrapbook paper that I had in my stash. And then this one goes here. All right, so now I got them all stacked together. I'm going to grab my tools. Got my craft pick. I got my little binder clips. And I need my book binder's needle. I have those in my shop. Since we're doing 3 journals, I need 1, 2, 3 times the height, and then I'm going to triple this, so it'll be kind of long at first, and it could get tangled, so you just got to be careful. I'll go ahead and thread my needle, and we're going to make sure. I was going to add some other papers to this, but I really think this has got enough. I think all my papers are the same height, so I'm just going to use my little clips to clip it together so it doesn't move on me while I punch my holes and bind it together. Okay, I got a little piece of fun foam, and then I've made a little template. Without the Halloween vine, you're left with the colors, the black and red colors. You have to check out my monochrome journal, Cricut, if you haven't seen it. I have a bunch of tutorials. You could use that same concept and just add one color to it. All right, so we're going to all the way through, all the way through. We're doing a pamphlet stitch. I prefer doing the Midori style journal and having journal inserts because when I want to write in my journal, I like to take it out of a big bulky cover and lay it flat so I can work in it. So that's why if you watched me very often, I do signatures that I will then pop into a cover. All right, see you later. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you so much, Norella. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us for just a little while. Take the boys to judo. All right, let's put this here. And then go in the middle. All right, so I'm going to come up the top, or the bottom actually now. Having these little clips on here really keeps it stationary so it's not shifting on me while I'm trying to thread this. All right, so we're going to slip that under here. Come on, get a hold of it. Don't get hung up. Oh, how many of you have watched Hocus Pocus, the movie Hocus Pocus? Well, I had watched it many years ago, and we found out that there's a new Hocus Pocus that came out, and Henry downloaded or engaged or start the subscription with Disney Plus, and they had the Hocus Pocus movie. So we watched both of them. We watched the first movie, and then we watched the second movie. So that was kind of a fun thing to do. I thought, I don't have very many, so let's see what I have here. I'm going to look to see if I have any charms that could kind of go either way. I think a dragonfly would be okay in a, here's a star. And I see a dragonfly. Okay, we'll do those in this one. And I think I have some other Halloween ones here. I have this little skull. I found another one. So we can use those in the other journals. And I have some spiders. So we'll kind of split this around. There we go. Okay. I can throw away the packages. Okay. Sometimes I pick stuff up when it's on sale or people send it to me. So, Hocus Pocus is a lot of fun. I'm not sure if they're going to make a television series with the little girls in it. All right, so what I'm going to do is grab a spider and tie this so we can have a little dangle here in the middle. You liking it so far? All right, so I'm just kind of made several knots. I'm going to trim off the excess. All right, so we got a spider there, and let's grab the dragonfly. So it'll be like the dragonfly is trying to avoid the spider, right? We're going to put him down lower so he doesn't get close. Oh, there's talk of a Hocus Pocus 3? Really? Interesting. I mean, because the Bette Midler, Jessica Parker, and Catherine, I forgot her last name all of a sudden. Then this movie, I'm going to give it away, they die for real. So we don't know. Maybe they make it so they can come back. Oh my goodness, look how fluffy this journal is. Okay, set that over here. Let's pick up the next one. I have added so many goodies to this journal. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me create it the past couple of weeks. I haven't decided what I'm going to do next week. If you didn't know, I've been working full-time at our shop, so I haven't really had a lot of downtime to work in my studio. Normally, I have like 3 days that I can work at home on my journal project for the next live stream, and lately I've only had 2 days, usually Sunday and Monday. Kind of depends on what's going on. I've also got to work on the challenge for October. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, they milk everything. Harry Potter, yeah. I guess that would be right. Harry Potter just went on forever, didn't it? Yeah, it could continue for sure. So I don't know if they were going to do a movie or if they were going to do a television show. Because right now, you know, all these streaming services is about content, adding content to keep people engaged and watching. And if you do a television series, not just a movie, then you kind of get people on the hook to want to see that series every time it comes out with a new episode or a season. All right, let's put that under here. All right, come on. Go like this. Make sure it's tight on the outside and the inside. I'm using waxed linen thread, and I have a bookbinder's needle. I sell the needles in my shop, and then the thread, I have a link on Amazon if it hasn't expired. All right, I'm gonna trim that, and then let's grab, I've got a little skull here with little rhinestones in his eyeballs. And of course, if you don't want these here, you know what? You can cut them out and use them someplace else. Okay. You love your Netflix? Ah, I missed the hype. Yeah. Well, and Henry and I don't go to the movie theater, so really a lot of things that we've watched is because of a streaming service. I've had Amazon Prime since it came out, and we see movies over there. And then we got Netflix because we got rid of cable at home, so we don't have cable television. And that was all we had for the longest time. But he just decided to get the Disney because he wanted to watch something that they had on there. So we watched Hocus Pocus. It was fun. All right, now poke, poke, nudge, nudge. All right, we're gonna hold off here for a minute, Robin, because I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do this raffle. Did we get to our goal for today? If we did, then what I'll do is we'll raffle off this Halloween goodie pack, and then we'll start the raffle for the journal so everybody can get in on it that has donated. And you can make any donation, dollar amount that you so choose. All right, so there's those. Cool. All right, so now we got one more to do. Oh my gosh, look how fluffy that is. I could probably have split this into more journal pages, journal inserts. And remember, if you win or one of my journals, you are welcome to use it however you want. If you want to take it apart, if you want to write in it, if you want to pet it, if you want to pass it along to someone else, please feel free to do whatever you like. Because once you win it, it is yours. All right, so I'm going to do the last. Poke this in the middle here. We went over. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to raffle off. Y'all haven't entered the raffle for the Halloween goodie pack. Do that now. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to start the raffle for the journal here in just a moment. And you can enter in to win this journal. Okay. Oh, okay. I can only pet the journal. 13 years. I don't even know how long it's been, Amanda, since we've got rid of cable. It's been a long time. And I don't miss it. It was just so much garbage that we didn't watch. I think the Animal Planet was the one that we really missed. And I think with Disney Plus, I don't know if we get the Animal Planet, but I know we get Discovery. So I haven't even looked at it yet because we just did it this weekend. Well, at night, we'll just pick a movie or a TV show to watch. All right, so I got that tight. Put this back in here. I have a magnet. This is for sewing needles. And so that's where I put my needles so I can find them in my little bag. Okay, let's put this right here. All right. And we'll tie this in. This is the skull that I have here. Oh, you thought you had got rid of it, but you didn't? Netflix was still mailing DVDs when you canceled? How funny. Well, that's how we started with Netflix. We used to do the DVDs. We didn't pay for the monthly. I don't even think they had it then. I think it was just DVDs that you would get mailed to you. Oh, I just chipped my nail. Um, so we started back then, and then we canceled that and went to the download only or the streaming only. Okay. Okay, tie this around. We're going to get off here early today, I think, unless we end up adding some stuff to it after I start flipping through it. All righty. Let's put that in here. Close this all up. My little junk journal tools. You only have fat TVs? I'm just buffing this out a little bit. It was really jagged. I guess I'll have to do my nails soon. Okay, I think I got it where it's not. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is one fluffy journal. Look at that. It's more than 2.5 inches. I thought I made my spine big enough, but it's going to be a gator mouth, as they say. All right, y'all into the raffle? You ready? I'm going to pop this in here. And then we'll kind of flip through it and see if there's anything that we need to add or change. Okay. Pop that over. And I think I want to do this one. Okay, and then, oh my gosh. Okay, we got it in there. Wow, look at that. It is super chunky. It's overeating, you think? It added a little too much? Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. You see the spine with the charms. Okay, so let's pick the winner who's going to get these little goodies. I need to clean my hands again, I feel like. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Margie. It's the chunky one. Oh, yeah, the gift. Okay, I'll do that. All right, so we'll do that after I pick the winner here. It's humongous. All right, let's go here. Go here. And we're going to say this is a Gothic rose. All right, so the winner of the little goodies is Beverly Lee Creates. All right, Beverly. Beverly, do I have your mailing address? If you could, go over to my website, lindaisrael.com, and make sure that you create a user account if you haven't already. And then send me a message that says, this is Beverly Lee Creates on YouTube, so that I can mail out your little goodie pack. So thank you so much for being here. All right, let's reset this. Go like this. Let's go here. All right, so the last raffle is for the journal. Manda Dawn, Norella, Giovanna, Sherry, Sandra, Robin, Terry, Barb, Cricket, Janice, the Mrs. Edmondson, Jennifer, Sherry again, Linda Gray, Rhonda Bennett, and Margie. Thank you so much for your donations today. It is now time to enter the raffle. All right. Aw, that was really sweet of you to say that, Margie. If you win it, she'll give it to Barb. Awesome. All right. I'm going to show you my gifty. I have joined a Secret Sisters group. Okay, perfect. A Secret Sisters group, and she has been in the hospital for 2 months, and she finally got out of the hospital and sent me a gift. So she sent me these two little journals. So that one's got like decoration at the top. I should move this back. And then this one I haven't opened yet, but it's two notebooks that have different patterns on them. And she gave me this little fluffy scarf circle, I guess you could say. It's kind of a crochet little thing that's been knit together, so you can make it into a circle and wear it around your neck. And she gave me this cute snowflake tin. It says it's oven safe and made in China, dishwasher safe. But so whatever you pour in there will make some muffin shapes. Oh, you can, Beverly. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And then she gave me these hand lotions. They're pure goat milk. This was unscented. This one's called Fresh Air. And this was called Lang Lang with tuberose. And I tried this one. It smells really good. And, see, we're not done yet. She gave me a emery board that has be strong, be bold, be true, believe. And then this is like a keychain. Look at that. There's a nice little keychain with a clippy on it. And then she gave me this collapsible little tote. I'll fold it so you can kind of see. So it has an opening here, and it has a little pocket there, and it's, I don't know, about 6 inches deep. I thought it was just perfect for holding all of this stuff that I just got. The box for the sheet there. So that was pretty nice of her. I sent a message in my Secret Sister group that I got it. Thank you so very much, and I hope you're feeling better. Alrighty. Are we ready to go through this big behemoth thing? We'll see if there's anything else we need to add, or lots of goodies. Yeah, it's for 3 months because she went ahead and sent me August, September, and October in one package. All right, so here we go. Wow, look at this. It just does not want to stay closed. All right, so you saw the cover. And so the cover is fabric that I had in my stash, some lace, chipboard, some bling. I cut these chipboard pieces specifically for this journal. Used some more pearl bling, I guess you could say. This is a combination of things that my mother made and I made into a little dangly charm. And you can remove this, and I have a ball chain inside here you can use. So now we're going to flip this over. And we have a pocket here that has a journal card in it. And then this is our first signature. I decided to put the black velvet on the front. So we've got a little pocket here. And then we flip this over, and there's a pocket here. So we had the word Halloween again. Some of Norella's stuff. This is Norella's printed page. And on this side I used scrapbook paper, but I also made this a pocket that has a journal card inside of it. Yeah, isn't that fun? I would think it would be really fun for Christmas, Sandra. I agree. And so this is a little journal card that you can add photos. You could journal however you want to do it. And then the pocket, you know, you could add additional things. Maybe you want to keep it hidden. So you can have some hidden. I like that it just snaps closed. And so you can't even tell it doesn't gap or anything. This was the black paper. And again, I did another little piece of cardstock that I stamped over here. Norella's little pocket. This is a tuck spot too. So if you have a small piece that you want to put in there, you can. Oh, thank you so much, Beverly. And then we'll flip over here. And we did the skeleton, feeling witchy on the paper sack. And then the cauldron and the witch. And then we've got the creepy tree with the word spooky and a little bat. And I used a punch that I added the edges to the page on strips. And then this is that textured paper that I picked up at Tuesday morning a long time ago. It's funny that I remember where I got it. This is also a paper sack scrap that I just stamped. This is from Norella's kit, and then this is a separate kit that Norella has. And then we flip this over. And I think I need to put some anti-sticky on there, but maybe it'll be okay. I may do that after the live. So then this flips up. So you got a little flip up. And we have a journal card from Norella's kit. This page is from Norella's kit. This is a scrap of paper that I stamped the little skull. This is a scrap of the paper from the other side. And then this is from Norella's kit. And then this folds down. This is just some red vellum that I had in my stash. You like the red and black? Ah, yeah, there you go. Lots of lace. I like it. Even looks cool over the previous page when you pull it like that. This is one of Norella's Halloween book pages, I think is what it's called. And then I flip this over. This is one of Norella's pages that come with the Gothic Rose kit. And then I stamped on it. And then here is composition notebook paper. Uses one of Norella's Gothic words and some fabric here. Flip that over. This is my Falling Stars stencil. And right now, Beeline Designs I only have one of these. I haven't put it in the shop yet. This is the floral filigree floral, I think. Prima flower, some paper flower. This was just a punch. And then one of Norella's words. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of them are closed and some of them aren't as good as they used to be. And then over here, this was some polka dot scrapbook paper, one of Norella's pockets, as well as a little tag that she has. This was fabric that I added again to remind you. The fabric was actually adhered with glue to a strip of book page, and then I stitched over the top of it. Then I glued it to the page, so it won't have stitches on this side. So if you're trying to figure out how to add little fabric pieces like that, glue it to another piece of paper, and then you'll have fabric that you can add to your journal. This was some interesting ribbon that I had. I just thought I would use a piece of it. This is one of Norella's images from the kit, Gothic Rose, and this is her add-on words. This is from the kit Gothic Rose, and here is some tulle that was just some funky gold, and I just put it on top of that burgundy, because the burgundy, whenever I use glue with it, the glue came all the way through, and I didn't like the way it looked. Oh, they're starting the craft back again. They probably finally got enough businesses to go back to. And then this is the center of the first signature. So I used one of Norella's pages that I ripped over some of her graph paper, scrapbook paper, gel print on a book page. And over here is some more of that scrapbook paper. And then this image is from one of Norella's pages. I had a little piece of hymnal that I put there. And then it had this really dark red paper that I thought would be kind of pretty to put here. And then in here we have a journal card, or a mini journal if you wanted to say. I guess you're supposed to have more pages in it, but you could add pages to this and make it a mini journal. Oh, hey, Art by Una. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. And by the way, I don't recognize your name. So, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Go over to my website at lindaisrael.com and create a user account so that I can get you added to the YouTube Donator membership. And then you can get discounts in my shop as well as some free digital downloads. And thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so then on this side is another journal card, much like the other. It'll go faster from here on out because it'll be a repeat. This is the Damask stencil. This is the Bella Rose stamp that you can't get right now, but you will in November. Fabric. This is from the Gothic kit. These are new rubber stamps that I have in my shop. That is the lady skull and the gentleman skull. And then I use the heart punch here. I thought that would be kind of fun. And then Norella's word, and then I used the coffin stamp over here. I just thought just simple, didn't need a whole lot of embellishment considering we had so much on the other pages. All right, now focus. The vellum, and the vellum goes this way, and then this flips up, and we used a page back here, another journal card, and then we just added a scrap that I had here on my desk. And then this goes back in here. One of Norella's Polaroids. And this is a text spot. I stamped Happy Halloween on a scrap of paper and then put it below the gargoyle. Again, this was a punch that I used. This is the haunted house. I used word haunted. Pumpkin patch on the paper sack. Spooky. Little spider and web. More fabric. Happy Halloween. That's another rubber stamp. The corner roses and the cross grave marker. And then this opens up and we have another one of those journal card journaling spots. You're very welcome. And then in the back here, I think I showed this, I have envelopes with extras. And so each journal has an envelope with extras in it. Okay, and then we flip this over. So this is the next signature. So it has the same concept up here. Got the same concept here. We just use different colors of paper and different pages inside. So you can kind of see that it is repeating itself. Oh my goodness, it's so fluffy. And then this is a different page, but I thought it was fun because of the spider webs in it. And I could have gone in and put glitter paint on it too. Oh no. I go whoop. Ah. And then over here, scrapbook paper. This is from the kit. This is from the Gothic ephemera pack. The owls. I thought that's worked out really good, didn't it? With the owls on both sides. And then that opens up and there's a journal card inside. And then decorated the envelope but didn't put anything in it. And then this opens up, so you have another journal card in here. Okay. Okay. The owl's over there. The raven. Flip that over. I really like how this turned out. And then this side, once upon a midnight dreary. And then we've got another journal card here. Ask the cats. If you ask the black cats, they will tell you straight who and what and when and where and all about our fate. Flip this over. This different gargoyle. That's kind of funny because we put them opposite of each other. The gargoyles. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality. Edgar Allan Poe. Okay. And then we open this up and we've got another journal card. Again, I used the little mini journal set and the creepy on the label. And then this is a pocket, so you can put stuff inside here too. There's room for this to expand even further. Or maybe what you'll do is take one of these journals out and pass it along to somebody else. Or take it apart and make several journals and pass them along. Or the cats will just sit and meow for treats, right, Cupcake? Yep. I do, Sherry. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, the cats opposite of each page. All right, we're almost there at the end. I think it looks really good. There's so much in here. So much stuff. Oh, my goodness. And then flip that over. The gargoyle again. And remember, this has a journal card inside. And then this is a card up here. Pockets. I like the way this turned out. And then, of course, there's a pocket in here. So when you get the journal and you're like, where are the pockets? Go back and watch the video. This is one of Norella's ephemera that she has that I put in a scrap bin that I had. And here's the other side with the stars and the moon. I think I might need to make a stencil that looks like stars and a moon every once in a while. Sorry about that. You love all the Halloween. Thank you, Janice. I've added a bunch of stamps. So then this opens up and we've got another journal card in here. It would be so hard to write in it. Well, I guess it would be. It'd be fun. Be one of those that you could use it for every year that you go to Halloween, or make it a full month type thing. And then this is a chain that goes with the charm on the front. So if you are on the spine, so if you want to take it off and wear it, you can. And I've signed it. And now I'm going to tie it back shut. Oh my goodness, it's so floppy. This tie is faux leather and fur. That's kind of a checkerboard little pattern. I picked it up a long time ago and I thought, well, this will be a good use for it. It's kind of got a felt back to it. Wow, it's so chunky. So chunky. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right, what do you think? Y'all ready for this? I gotta cut this thread off. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. It kind of depends on what time I have. I will have a printout to give you a sneak peek of the Christmas Wishes kit. That's going to be my last kit for the year. I have added new stamps to the shop, and I'll be adding some more. I'll also be adding some t-shirts. I showed this last week. I haven't added it to the shop yet, but I will probably tomorrow get it added, because I think I finally found a source for shirts that I can get them in different sizes. All right, y'all ready for this? Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you have any comments after this live stream, please come back and leave me a comment below. It does help if I get some interaction. Even comment to each other, you know, about the journal or something that you saw in the live stream today. If there's a technique that you want to see that I haven't done in a while, or I've never done it, if I have the things to make it, I'll try it. Or you can send me something that you want me to use in a live stream. I've done that before as well. So I'm here to inspire you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this. Yes, there will be another in-person class, Sally. I'll be sending out information probably for the end of October. Impatiently waiting for the next challenge, Sandra. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm trying to come up with some ideas. Maybe, would y'all want some altered paperclip ideas? Maybe that's what we should do, because I haven't done that in a long time. And I think those would be fun, because there's really no wrong way to make them. All right, let's pick a winner. The winner of the journal today is Terry McNamara. Terry, congratulations. You won the journal today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Cricket. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I just want to tell y'all, I really appreciate your support. I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with everybody in the chat. Invite your friends to come join us next time. And take some time this week. Make a little something, whether it be just a simple tag or a journal card or a mini journal that you can feel good and say, I made something, and then see if you can't pass it along to somebody, whether it be a happy mail or a stranger or a family member or friend. Just share a little bit of creativity with somebody else out there, okay? And smile. You know, even if you don't feel it, even if things don't feel good for you, smile anyway, because you'll be surprised how much better you feel because you did it. And who knows, maybe you'll see somebody and because you're smiling and they see that smile and they are down at the moment, but that smile lifts them up. So get out there. Aw, thank you so much. Yay. Thank you, Una. Thank you, Giovanna. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Janet, for being here. Hey, Giovanna, Sally, Robin, Cricket, Margie, the Mrs. Edmondson, Sandra. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week. All right, now I got to figure out how to get my computer back up to get out of here. Y'all have an amazing week. Do something fun. Do something creative. Share some light in this dark world because I know they need it. Y'all take care, everybody. Love you lots. Bye, everybody.